Well, how hard is it to find the right employee nowadays? Extremely hard. Well, today, I'm here to solve that issue for you. Now, I would like to talk to you about why I feel I'm a strong asset for your company. My name is Jonathan Rosario, and I'm a mobile developer. I'm from Orlando, Florida. I come from a CAD background. I've been using Autodesk AutoCAD for over 20 years now, and it was during my experience with this software that I learned about programming. Since Autodesk AutoCAD, they actually allow you to customize the software while using a programming language called AutoLisp. Now, Lisp is a language that's very old. It was developed in the 80s, and AutoCAD has been using it for many, many years now, since like the late 80s. Now, it was during this time period that I started utilizing it when I found out that you could actually customize the software to be faster, like more efficient for the company that you're actually working for. And I started writing little scripts here and there, and then making customized buttons that did certain routines. And that's when I actually fell in love with programming, because I actually started realizing that you could just type a couple lines of code and you just show people like, hey, listen, you know how this takes you usually about 3 minutes to do? Well, here it is, 10 seconds. So you just saved 2 minutes and 50 seconds. And if you do this over and over again throughout the day, you raise productivity. So the whole office works more efficiently. And at that moment, like when you show people and they look at you and they see what you just did and they look back at you and they're just like, how did you do that? And that's when I fell in love with programming. Age 26 is when I decided to join the Marine Corps. When I ended up joining, the MOS that they trained me on was actually to be a mechanic for the V-22 Osprey. That's a Boeing plane. At first, I wasn't too excited about it, but I got to fly around it a couple times, and it really that's the one that like goes up like a helicopter, and then the nacelles turn forward and it flies like a plane. It's actually in the Transformers movie. But anyway, so what when I was working on these planes, what really like shocked to me and impressed me was the fact that the mechanical, like the joystick, the throttle, all that, all those mechanical, devices, they were actually fly-by-wire. Now, what fly-by-wire means is that when I move the cycle stick to the left or to the right, or the throttle up and down, which is basically gas, when I do any of those things, there's actually not a link hooked up all the way to the engine. Those links go into an electrical system that receives those signals and then like translates them into electrical signals, and those are the ones that actually go to those components. Now, somebody obviously had to sit down and spend a lot of hours writing a program to operate this machinery and not kill people. So when I saw that level, because we're talking about 80, 90 million dollar plane, I realized I was like, wow, like the things that I used to do for CAD before, that's nothing. Lisp is very small. So I like to learn this. I want to take it to the next level. And I knew that, once my 5-year contract was up, I was definitely going to be getting out of the Marine Corps. And it was at that moment, that I decided that I knew I wanted to be a programmer when I got out. With mobile programming, that I realized, hey, I kind of want to go in that direction because it might just give me the flexibility to one day be able to do it part time or full time, or even perhaps many years later, if I have that much experience, I could probably even own my own company doing developing apps for either iPhone or Android or whatever other system that's been developed, in the future. A little bit about myself. I'm a Full Sail graduate. I just finished my associate's degree in mobile development. Um I've been My known computer languages are JavaScript, C Sharp, Swift, and Autolisp. Now, when it comes to the ones that are my strongest, it's Autolisp and Swift. Fluent in Spanish, which will help your company if you ever are in the market to start developing software applications in Spanish. I can help you with that. I only have 3 applications on the App Store. The first one is a game that I actually developed while I was a student at Full Sail. The second one is a Spanish language teaching app that's actually designed for children. And lastly, the third app that I developed is an app that teaches children as young as the age of 6 how to code in JavaScript. Now here are the links. Look in the bottom of the screen if you're interested in going to the store and taking a look at those apps that I developed. Library of quick teach know-hows of videos for children on YouTube so that they can learn the basics of JavaScript and the language Swift as well. Everybody knows that this is an ever evolving industry that you must stay on top to be able to be profitable. This means that just because you learned already or you went to school already, the learning is not over with. It's an ever evolving thing. It's a lifetime that you have to go ahead and keep on learning and learning and learning so that you stay on top of your Marine Corps. It's all about accomplishing the mission. I feel I would make a great addition to your team, and I would appreciate it if you gave me the opportunity to do so. Again, my name is Jonathan Rosario, and thank you for your time.